tattoos and what they mean to me, and then we'll move over to the tattoo discussion, where I'll walk you through how to choose a tattoo, where to find an artist, and stuff like that. So enjoy the tattoo tour, and I will see you guys in the second section. Hello everybody, so here we are looking at the piece on my shin. I'm going to do a quick outline of it while I tell you guys about kind of the meaning and inspiration behind it. So here it is, it's an eagle. The meaning behind the eagle was Shiprock, New Mexico. So Shiprock is a place that me and my dad have driven through a bunch of times. And so we have a bunch of inside jokes related to Shiprock, New Mexico. And at Shiprock, New Mexico, there's a big rock, obviously, that looks a little bit like a ship. Now, the Native Americans in the area used to think that Shiprock would turn into a bird and fly away. So, I'm not entirely sure if there's a specific bird that the Native Americans thought it would turn into. But I always loved eagle tattoos, so I got an eagle. You'll notice there are also little berries on the side of the eagle. And you'll see some different colors inside of its eye there. So, pretty interesting. I like what he did here. And now, if I move, sorry if it sounds like I'm dying in the microphone. I'm like the angle of me recording this is crazy. So you'll see some more detail. And there's its feet. It's got some gold feet. And bring it back down again. There's that nice red sun behind it, which I personally really like. The red sun was the last thing that he tattooed, and by then I was so done. I was like, just get me out of here, please. The eagle actually only took, I think it was about 2.5 hours. It was the total time. was key though. I really love the way that it turned out. I think the gold looks super cool. I love this middle part. The little green bead and this red background, and then you'll notice the little cross there at the bottom in that key with, of course, the rosary. Originally, I wanted the rosary to sort of wrap around my leg, but my artist said that it might cut off other pieces of art from being able to put, like if I did it all the way around, I couldn't have put anything right here or like on the other side. So this keeps it a little bit more confined and will allow for me to put more tattoos around it. I'm going to do a quick little tattoo trace of it. The inspiration for this one is probably pretty obvious. I know there's a little bit of controversy with believers and getting tattooed, but we won't focus on that. That is the cross tattoo. That is the cross tattoo. My next tattoo that I'm gonna get, I'm probably gonna stick right here. And I'm bouncing around a couple different ideas. But heck, why don't I just tell you guys? The first idea I'm bouncing around is putting a coyote right here. You'll see coyotes like kind of looking up with their paws. Maybe I'll try and put a picture on the screen for you guys. But I really like certain coyotes. Or I was thinking of doing like an axe right here in a big storm cloud. You have an axe come up the, I guess, I don't know if you call it, like the handle hilt maybe, would go down this way, and then you'd have the blade right here, and then you'd have a bunch of lightning and stuff right here. But I think that could be pretty cool, and also that's something that I've wanted to get for a while. So that is all for my lower leg. I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit, and we will take a look at my first tattoo. So, welcome to my upper thigh. This is a mountain goat. I really like this tattoo, but there's a few things about it that bug me, and I'll just point them out to you guys. The first thing is that you'll see this line from the beginning of his body goes down into the rose. It goes down into the rose. Honestly though, I really didn't enjoy this tattoo. It was my first tattoo, and it doesn't really have any meaning. wear shorts, and I love my eagle and my cross down there. I think this one took 3.5 hours, and it was my first tattoo, and my longest tattoo, and oh my gosh, by the end, I was like so done. I was saying, get me out of this chair, like I am dying in here. So, it was a really good first experience for a tattoo, though. I went to a nice clean shop. The gal who did it was super nice, super cool about it being my first tattoo. And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't go back to her. I chose a different artist, but this was a good tattoo. I enjoyed getting this one. So that is all I really have to say for showing off my tattoos, and now we'll move to the portion of the ASMR video where I kind of give y'all some advice on getting your first tattoo, and what to expect, what to look for in an artist, how to find an artist. I mean, really, everything you could hope for, or everything you could really need for a tattoo. I'm hoping to answer in the next portion of this video. If you guys are enjoying it so far, please leave a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm and such. So, yeah, I'm gonna get my camera set up for the second part of this video. Okay, so we just finished up the tattoo tour and meeting section. So now I'm going to talk about how to get your first tattoo, what the process might look like for you, and I mean how to decide what kind of tattoo you are looking to get. So the first thing that I would narrow down is, what actually is it that you are wanting to get tattooed on yourself? So this can be anything, and it doesn't necessarily have to have a meaning. Some people know they want something, like, for instance, I knew that I wanted an eagle, and I knew that Shiprock, New Mexico had a kind of like bird tail along with it. So I said, I have memories in Shiprock. Why not get that tattoo as a meaning, but it's also art that I kind of like, or I love, So those are a couple components to consider when looking at getting your first tattoo. Maybe you already have something in mind. If you don't, that's totally okay. Just make sure that it's something that you really like, and art that you really like. I usually stray away from getting words just because it's not really my style, but you can get a quote or a poem or a specific date. My advice to you would be to get some sort of image representation of that date or that quote that you like. So, for example, if the quote or the date is the birthday of your mom or something, or the birthday of your dad, or maybe their day of passing, what I would do is, instead of getting the date, maybe instead your dad loved baseball, or maybe he loved to hunt crocodiles. So maybe you get a tattoo of a crocodile or something like that. You get what I'm saying, though? A lot of times those tattoos, at least to me, look a lot more visually interesting than just numbers or text. But at the end of the day, it is your body, and you are totally allowed to put whatever art on it that you please. So, by all means, do not let me dissuade you from getting a date, from getting a quote that if you want an American traditional tattoo, look to see what artists make American traditional tattoos. That should really be their bread and butter, because that means, their experience. They know, sorry, the guy above me, it's like, turn on that sink. They know what looks good for American traditional art. They've done it 100 times. That's really important. That's very, 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 very important. If they've never done American traditional, sometimes they can come up with stuff that's a little bit, wonky or doesn't really look great in American traditional, but they're probably amazing in other styles. So find an artist that is particularly suited for the art that you're wanting to get. And that's another part of getting your first tattoo. If you're going with an image and not a date or number, you'll want to knock down a specific style that you're interested in. A couple styles of tattoos are fine line, which is a little bit more, they're fine line, right? So imagine like a pen on paper, thin strokes, not a ton of detail usually, usually pretty minimalistic, but they can be fun. I know a lot of college girls like fine line. They're usually pretty quick to get tattooed, and you can come up with some pretty interesting things with it. The one saying in tattooing that I would think about is that bold will hold. So what bold will hold means is that the bolder your tattoo is, the bigger the lines, more solid the color backing is, the longer that it will look good on your skin, and the longer you'll go without having to get it touched up. For my color tattoos, I'll have to get them touched up eventually because the color will fade, and colors fade at different rates. But the lines will still be very bold by then because they're thick, and they're just strong lines. So that's something to consider when thinking about the longevity of your tattoo, because they do fade over time. Obviously they are permanent, but they do fade. Also, you guys, let me know if you want a beard scratching video. I'm still feeling pretty scraggly. I'm still in like the scruff phase of my beard, but still going strong. I almost shaved it this morning. Let's bring y'all in. This is kind of a tangent. You guys are just here for the tattoo content, or like, what is this guy doing? This is where I'm at right now. Bring y'all back out. I'm sorry, that was bad. That was really bad. I apologize. It's my fault. What was I talking about? Tattooing. Finding an artist. Okay, so you found your artist. You know the style that you want. Now, let's talk about the day that you're gonna get tattooed. So, the day things that you need to sign and be aware of, before you actually start getting tattooed. So that's something to keep in mind. But really, I mean, that's pretty easy, right? You have to be above 18 in the United States, or you can get a parent's consent if you're below 18. But me personally, I probably wouldn't get one if I was younger than 18, because I would have gotten something stupid that I'd have like. No, I did get my first tattoo when I was 19. Yeah, I was 19 when I got my first tattoo. So I mean, still really young, right? But by then, I knew what I liked, and hopefully that won't change. That's another thing with tattoos. Your sense of style and idea of yourself will probably change over time. So it's important to be aware of that, and I'm getting the heat warning. Okay, I'm gonna check off for a couple minutes, and then I'll come back and continue this ramble. Alright, we are back for a little bit before my camera probably shuts off and overheats again. But we'll just do a little ramble about tattoos before that happens. So, one thing about tattoos is that they do hurt. So, that is something to be aware of. They don't feel good. The best way that I can describe tattoo pain is, okay, so it depends. The first 5 minutes of the tattoo are terrible. You're like, oh, this is horrible. Why did I sign up for this? What am I doing? And then your body relaxes, and your body sends out endorphins, which dulls the pain, and that usually is still in effect for about an hour or so. You have your endorphins to kind of relax you, calm you down, and then I think it's about at like the hour and a half mark, your endorphins start to wear off a little bit, so you start to feel the pain again. And that's like the first 5 minutes terrible, and then after that you're cruising for like an hour and 30 minutes. I mean, not cruising, but it is a lot easier. So you keep moving along, and then at hour 30 or so, I can't remember the exact time, you start to feel it again, and you're like, this is bad, but we gotta keep pushing through, gotta keep pushing through. So generally that's when I like to take a break and get some sweets and stuff, relax for a couple minutes. Sometimes the tattoo artist will have, I think, like some CBD oil that they'll spray on the tattoo, and usually that'll calm the skin down, but it also usually relaxes and dulls the pain for at least a little bit for the next tattoo. I know that my guy used a little spray before the tattoo, and it was like night versus day. It felt so nice for about like 4 minutes or so. But I've never used any numbing cream. I know that some people say numbing cream is good, but I've never usually say that I have like I'm not like some crazy person that's gonna be like, oh yeah, tattoos don't hurt at all. Like they definitely hurt. They definitely hurt. They're not fun. But if you even have like, I would say honestly, even if you have, which you'd say like you have like a low pain tolerance, you'll be fine. Just like the biggest thing is distractions. Play music, listen to something on the phone, talk to your artist. I'll usually talk to my artist for the first probably like 30 minutes or so, and then once we really start to get into the rhythm of the tattoo, I'll be like, alright man, I'm just gonna turn in like in my headphones and just like, let's grind this out, you know what I mean? And any artist will be totally cool with that. A lot of times artists, the first lady that I went to, we didn't really talk at all at the beginning of the tattoo. She just straight up immediately put her headphones on, which was fine, you know, but yeah, usually I'll talk with my artist for a bit, and you'll find like once you develop a relationship with your artist, you'll want to talk to them more and more during the tattoo, especially during those first like 15 minutes or so where you're like, dang, this sucks, you know. So yeah, that I would recommend talking to your artist for those first couple of minutes rather than, you know, trying to tough it out listening to music. Another huge thing with tattoos is breathing. Breathing is massive. So deep breaths, right? Deep breaths are super helpful, and just breathing exercises in general help you relax, stay calmed. You're going to be the most comfortable the more relaxed you are. So just, you know, fully lay out, relax your muscles, and just kind of zen out, you know, focus on your breathing, breathing exercises and music got me through well, my first tattoo was my worst tattoo pain-wise, just because it took so long. My ego was pretty bad too, as far as like pain-wise, but just because it was on my shin, and so my skin got super irritated too. But yeah, breathing exercises and music. I remember for the last like probably 20 minutes of my eagle tattoo, I was just listening